Hello Leo, Happy New Year and welcome to my channel. I am Iris Siriani and I am here to do your monthly January 2019 love guidance reading. I do my readings intuitively so that I can deliver messages that are for your highest good, but this is a general reading, so it may not apply to everybody. If you are interested in a private reading with me, I've left all of the details below on how you can contact me. And so without further ado, let's get started. So for my readings, I use 3 different decks. And the first deck I am using is Colette Baron Reid's Wisdom of the Oracle. And I use this one to pull just the overall energy for 2019. And so let's see what comes out for you. Between worlds. It's like this is a time of transition for you. You've still got one foot in the past, cleaning up things and moving into brighter, sunnier skies. So I feel, that it may have been a bit of a trying year for you. Perhaps a lot of changes have happened, but you're still in that place of either cleaning up what leftover stuff, or cleaning up the emotion behind it and the feelings that you have around it that is going to fully transition you into this new way of being. And it might not be a comfortable time for you. Your energy might be split between what was and the excitement of what is to come. And this January, it's new beginnings. It's letting go and moving on to bigger, brighter, better, newer, exciting things. So this is embrace that uncomfortableness for a little bit as you transition, and be kind to yourself. There's no rush to move through anything too quickly. Forgive those who need to be forgiven. Forgive yourself. And, it'll make the process move for you. A lot of times we hang on to things far longer than we need to because we can't forgive ourselves or other people. So the first set of cards that I'm drawing for you speak to the experiences that have been. So these are, the past energies and perhaps what you have been dealing with, what you have released and let go of. And beautiful cards. I'm going to share them with you. I'll just get all 3 of them out. Well, actually, I'll start now. So this Princess of Autumn speaks about, going back to school, following a passion, following a hunch that you have, a dream. Maybe you've been doing a little bit of research on an area of the world that you want to travel to. Maybe you want to go back to school, things like that. So that has been kind of percolating in your mind. And the second card that I pulled for you is the Hermit. And I love this card because this card speaks about going within, finding your truth, finding out who you are. If you've left a relationship this past year, you're in a time of tapping back into who you really are and what you like and what you need and what you want. And so the Hermit card is a beautiful card. I love this card. And together with the Princess of Autumn, it's really beautiful because you're taking that time, that inner time, to connect back to who you are and to I guess I could take both of these. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, and this is what I'm going to do. So I pulled 2 cards fell out for you. And so this Four of Winter, I'm going to read them both. This Four of Winter here is about taking time, downtime for yourself, doing some energy healing for yourself, going to a spa, going on a vacation. It's really just taking time off, because this one here speaks of the stress that you have been hanging on to and juggling so many things in your life. And now you're at this place, where you just need to rest and recuperate. It's winter time here, and it's cold, and even the bears are hibernating now, and that's what they do at every year, where we live. And it's just time to chill out, relax, recuperate, regenerate, go within, do some soul searching, tap into some of the things that you have always wanted to do. And it's a great time because you're in between worlds. There is new things coming for you. And perhaps you've already started thinking about this. Perhaps you've already started going within and seeing that this is exactly where you are. This is exactly where you are meant to be. And it's time just to unload that burden of all of the things that you were juggling in your life. And it's sounds like it's been a bit of a challenging year for you, but lots of cards, perhaps too many cards to read. But it's brought you to this place, and you're right exactly where you need to be, and just take time for yourself and do some healing work on yourself, and do things that make you feel good and make you feel alive. Actually, I know a few Leos who are in this position right now. Okay, so the next set of 3 cards that I'm going to pull for you are about it's where you're currently at and where your attention is. And the first card that I pulled for you is the 10 of Autumn. And Cancer also got this card in this exact right position. And this is about creating financial stability, creating creating a stable home environment for yourself, or perhaps even for yourself and your child. As you venture into the new part of your life, you're stepping into a way of being that is unfamiliar to you. And part of that is about, honoring yourself, creating stability, a new way of stability for yourself that is ultimately going to lead you on a road to a lot of happiness and fulfillment and satisfaction. And that might be, looking at investments and ways of managing your money to support your ambitions. And even though this is a love guidance reading, love doesn't affect our life just in the romantic sense. Everything in our lives is connected, and if we don't feel very financially stable in our life, and we don't feel like we have our home life in check and in balance and working, it is going to impact the type of relationships that we have in our life. So it's really important to take this time to look at all different areas of your life. And I know for a lot of people that home and stability and financial stability are in the forefront their mind as they transition between this two worlds. But there's bright new manifestations coming from you. This Two of Spring, you're making a lot of progress. You might actually be collaborating with somebody else that is helping you move forward towards whatever stability that you are creating for yourself. So if you have somebody in your life like that right now, just know that you're on the right path, and good things are happening that you're learning from. I think that is probably the biggest thing. Like oftentimes we want to think like we know it all, but it's good to kind of work in unison with somebody else who can teach us things and give us a different perspective or a different awareness of things. So that's kind of where you're at right now, but you're going to have a lot of success in your life. And this is the Emperor. She's a queen. She's kind and she's supportive, and you can see there's a little baby in this brand new pea pod, and you might not be at a place where you are wanting to have a new baby yet or anything like that, but because you're in between worlds, you're basically birthing new ideas and a new way of being, a new creativity, and that is going to lend itself well to you as you move on into this next phase of your life, because you are the Empress of your life, and there's lots of joy and happiness and new creations that you're going to be able to tap into, that's going to ultimately bring you that inner joy, peace, and satisfaction, and that ease of being in the world. That's really beautiful for you. So let's see what action steps for the future. Guidance for action steps for you as you move through this and move in through January. And the first one here is the Queen of Winter. This could be for people who are unmarried, who find themselves single, and I do get the feeling that there has been a transition over the past year from being in a relationship to moving out of a relationship. But this could also have to do with a work relationship, a personal friendship as well. It doesn't just need to be in a romantic self. But the Queen of Winter is urging you to bring more humor into your life, have more fun in your life, just let your life glide along the ice. You have everything that you need right now, and you're in the exact right place that you need to be. Just allow yourself to be more light, bring more fun into the world, into yourself, into your world, and express it outwardly into the world. And it's a good time just to focus on your career and build that up, whatever that looks like. So if you just left a job this year, step into a new creative ideas and focus on maybe you want to focus on a new business. Go for it. Make that your passion, and there's nothing wrong with that, because what you left behind needs to be left behind, so that you can have more new expansive relationships. Let's see. Let's get 2 more cards for you. The Ten of Winter. So the Ten of Winter is that transition between, moving from this cold, stagnant world into a world of, that's full of potential, full of light, and because you're letting go, you're in that stage of that letting go and releasing, and just trusting yourself. And because you're in between worlds right now, it's uncomfortable, but just know you're on the right path. I should use a different finger. You're on the right path here, and you are moving into sunnier landscape, your inner landscape, your outer landscape, your inner landscape more than anything, because your inner world creates your outer world. Ooh, that scared me. My dog is sitting right beside me on the floor. He just did a big sigh and it kind of startled me. So the 4 of summer is a discontentment in your life. A lot of people can experience a lot of discontentment in their lives, but as you move forward in your life and you refocus your attention on other things that you want to focus your attention on, be mindful of the discontent that you have for things not being the way you want them to be, and pay attention to the things that are important to you. Like in this picture here, there's this little cherub here that's looking up at that fairer, just begging for attention. So what in your life have you been neglecting because of a discontentment that you feel about what could have been? Maybe it's reminiscing about days gone by. Maybe it is about what could have been, might have been, what should have been. Not so much the grass is greener on the other side, but that discontentment that maybe I should be farther along than I really am. But you just trust, and I've said it a couple times in this reading, that you are where you're supposed to be. You're never too late. You're always on time, and focus your attention on the things that are most important to you moving forward, and you'll experience. You'll come to that place where it is not such a heaviness on your heart, not so much of a longing, but a new excitement and invigoration of new possibilities. So the last deck that I use is Kuan Yin Oracle card, and it's by Lana Fairchild, and this is the cover art, and it is just absolutely beautiful, as are the messages in this deck. And I just pick out, I wait for one card to actually fly out, and most often they do, and I read from the book, because I find that the depth of meaning in these cards are so profound that they almost always resonate with everybody at some level, some deeper level. And so I really love to use these cards in the reading, and I will read from the book. And the card that came for you is Turquoise Lotus Mother. And that is just absolutely a beautiful painting. So let's see what the message is. Sometimes the messages in these cards can be long, so bear with me if it's a long one. Not all of them are long, but if it's a long one, bear with me as I read it to you. 142, here we go. Turquoise Lotus Mother. Turquoise Lotus Mother brings precious healing to you now. Allow yourself to be lifted out of your struggle, beloved one. An old pattern is finally in death's throes. something that weighed heavily on you from the past. This can be one of the most testing times to allow something to go just when it seems to be so demanding of your time. Time, focus, and attention. Yet do not doubt you have actually learned the lessons it required of you, and now you are being blessed with an opportunity to receive karmic healing. That is actually beautiful because it just kind of echoes everything that we've been talking about in this reading. There are some lessons in our process of spiritual growth that cut right to the core of our being, that challenge us so deeply that even as we learn the lessons and practice the wisdom, we can still struggle to outgrow the grip of the pattern. And yeah, that's a tough one. You know, we have the wisdom, the knowledge, but you know, the patterning is the big one. No matter how hard we try, we might not feel that we are ever going to be able to completely release the challenge, and no matter how much we grow, there is still a thread of the past that hangs on. We need a spiritual rescue remedy if we are ever able to be free of the clutches of this persistent pain. The compassion and spirituality, powerful nature of Ma Kuan Yin is the turquoise lotus mother seeks to bless you with karmic healing so that you may be lifted from your struggles and can simply leave them behind now. Your soul has learned what it needed to from the situation, and it has asked for divine hand up so that it might continue on its divine path of growth without unnecessary karmic weight pulling it down. Listen to the guidance now. Notice if you feel inspired to visit a healer. Listen repeatedly to particular healing music. Go to a class or meditate at home at a particular time or just more often. These are attempts by the Divine Mother to reach you through available channels. Divine blessings of karmic healing can flow from the spiritual world directly to your soul. But oftentimes we are more effective when coming through a human channel of a high vibrational level directly into your energy field on a physical plane. Be as open as you can be to guidance to allow the divine karmic healing of Turquoise Lotus Mother to reach you. Her turquoise nature cleanses and protects your energy field, and her lotus heart shines through you to your own heart, bringing you peace. The Divine Mother within her simply wishes to nurture you into greater spiritual freedom. This oracle also indicates that if you have been working with crystals, turquoise in particular, to continue to do so, as it is empowering for you and is helping you to heal, whether you are completely conscious of this yet or not. And what an amazing message that is for you, Leo. And if you haven't been working with crystals, perhaps you might want to consider going to a gem store and picking up a turquoise crystal and just doing a little bit of work with it so that it can help you with your healing. So those are the messages for you today, Leo. I hope that you liked the messages, and if so, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel and hit that little bell icon so that you are notified of future videos that I do. If you are interested in a private reading with me, I've left the details below on how to contact me. And you can also follow me on Instagram at Iris Sirianni. And as always, I love reading your comments because I love doing these readings to help you move forward in having the love that you want in your life and the love that you deserve in your life. And even if you're in that place where you aren't even wanting of a relationship, there is still love all around. And on that note, I'm sending you so much love and so much healing. And until we see you again, bye for now.